This is episode 73. Are you ever stuck wondering if your SEO projects are moving the needle? Or do you want a very easy way to measure the success of your campaigns? In this final episode of my Best E-commerce SEO Strategy series, I will be closing out on what it means to truly measure your SEO success. What I want for today's episode is to have you leave this episode with the knowledge that will take you further in your SEO career and in whatever SEO projects you embark on. So sit back, enjoy this episode, and let me know what you think. Welcome to the Calm Marketer Podcast. My name is Kenneth Fong, a digital marketer on a mission to help businesses thrive. I'll bring you on my marketing journey where you'll get to learn from my experiences as an INFP navigating an extroverted world and get actionable marketing tips for your business. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Now let's begin. Whenever I embark on a new SEO project or whenever we bring on a new SEO client, one thing that we must agree on is setting the right expectations. That's important not only in SEO or in marketing, but it's important in every part of your life. Whenever someone gets angry at an agency, or if there are two people who don't necessarily see eye to eye, that's because the expectations of the two parties are not aligned. And when you are working with an SEO person, or you are an SEO agency, or you are a company that is looking to improve your SEO, you want to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Everyone understands what the KPIs are. What are KPIs? KPIs are key performance indicators. What does that mean? That basically means the numbers that you will be looking at to determine success, the goals that you want to achieve with your SEO campaigns. You need to ask yourself, what certain things do you want to improve on, right? When it comes to SEO, there are a myriad things that you can improve on, and it's up to you, the SEO professional or the business owner, to decide what it is that you need to improve. Is it more conversions on a particular page? Is it overall higher keyword rankings? Is it more traffic coming to certain parts of your page? Is it to break into a new niche? Is it to write such and such articles? Is it to get such and such backlinks pointing to your site? Like, what is that number that you're striving to achieve? So that's really important. If you want to measure your success, you need to set a goal, right? And something that I like to do here at Lead Tagger, the SEO agency that I have, it's always good to have a baseline of where the site currently is standing. For example, the traffic. When creating reports, I recommend creating a baseline report. And that baseline report shows you the previous year's traffic month to month. All right, so you have a baseline of what the traffic is every month the past year. And a KPI could be 20% increase year over year, right? 20% increase year over year. So within 1 year, you will be reaching 20% increase in your traffic. Now, that is a very common, solid KPI that you can strive for. Another thing is to track where you currently are in your keyword rankings as a baseline, and then have a goal of increasing to the first page of Google for such and such keywords. And to do this, you need certain tools to measure your success. I recommend right off the bat to install Google Analytics. If you go to google.com/analytics, you can sign up for an account, and Google will take you step by step on how to install the Google Analytics code that will live on every page on your site, and it will basically track all of your users who visit your site. So this is where you will get your traffic data from, user metrics, and so on and so forth. So install Google Analytics. Next thing that you need to install and set up is your Google Search Console. So I forgot what the URL is, but let me quickly go to it. So the URL is search.google.com. So if you go to search.google.com, you can create a Google Search Console account, and you can connect it to your site. There are about 3 ways to add Google Search Console to your site. I recommend just following what Google tells you once you create your profile, and you will be well on your way. So the difference between Google Search Console and Google Analytics are very different. So Google Analytics tracks data post-click. Google Search Console tracks data pre-click. So what does that mean? Post-click basically means Google Analytics will start tracking data after they click onto your site, right? So Google Analytics will only track data when a visitor lands on your website. Google Search Console tracks data before they click onto your site, right? So that's where you will get the data about the average keyword rankings, average ranking for your pages, the impression data, things like that. So these 2 tools will give you a very holistic view of your performance. Now, another thing that you need to do is make sure you set up conversion tracking with your Google Analytics. So there's a conversion report in Analytics that will allow you to determine what you want Google Analytics to track as a conversion. So if it's the thank you page, so if you want to work on an SEO project that improves the conversion rate to the thank you page. So for example, if you want people to fill out a contact form, you can tell Google Analytics to track how many times the thank you page fires, right? So whenever someone fills out a contact form, they go to a thank you page. And you can tell Google Analytics to track that. And that will give you some great data that will help you measure your success. Same with purchase conversions as well. You can set it up in Google Analytics. All right, so make sure when you want to measure success, have your bases in place. So install your Google Analytics, install your Google Search Console, have a conversation with yourself or with your boss or with your client or your agency on what are the main KPIs you want to achieve with this engagement. That's really important. And once you have that, you can all work together and build out, the keyword research. Go through the other series in my episodes, right? Go through my past episodes within this e-commerce strategy series. Look at the keyword research data. Look at your on-page. Look at your technical. Look at your link building strategies. Look at your local SEO strategies. All of those episodes should work to improve your KPIs, and that way you can measure your success, whether or not you are on the right track or not. All right, so I know there's a lot to think about. There's a lot to think about. It's not easy, but if you are on the right page with your client or with your agency, I no doubt believe that you will see success in whatever endeavor you are in with your website. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. My email is ken@leadtagger.com. That's ken@leadtagger.com. And just email me any questions you have. I've been in the SEO game since around 2011, and it's been a while, being in the industry. It has changed so much, and it requires you to be on your toes and learn new things and try things out that you haven't tried before. So let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer them. And with that said, good luck in your SEO. This is not the last episode of my podcast, but this is the last episode of this series. Be on the lookout for further episodes tomorrow and every day, every working day, Monday through Friday. And enjoy. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much.